Alright, my fellow MWO people, welcome. We are casting on MWO Leagues 3. We are casting Bears Brawlers versus 502 Panzer Regiment. This is a Division E match. Bears Brawlers are currently in 6th place in their division with 42 points versus 502nd, 8th place in their division with 36 points. There's not actually a lot in this in terms of points, so it could be a good match. I'm hoping it will be. Both teams are queued up and ready for their 2v2. And we're going to launch right into it. So this is the Battle of the Crabs. King Crab 000, AC-20 SRM-6, MRM-40, and the lighter of the two brothers, Pulse Laser SRM-6, heavy machine guns, interesting builds. Apparently I've made a mistake. Wrong mode. So I'm solo casting and already I've made a mistake. Apparently something is wrong in terms of mode. So yeah, we need to fix this. We're going to do a restart. My apologies. So we can take a sneaky look at what 502 are doing. King Crab 000 again, more long range. ER medium lasers and rotary SE2s. Okay, no cheating fellas. No changing mechs in between drops. This should be really interesting. Brawl versus longer range. Ooh, ah.
We've gathered enough resources. This triumph will provide us huge tactical benefits.
So yeah, sorry, my mistake. It should be skirmish, not conquest for the 2v2. So everyone's ready again, and we're just going to go straight back into it. Two v two, Bears Brawlers Team 1, 502nd Team 2.
Eliminate all enemies, no matter
Battle of the Ideologies. 502 are going Brawl, and Bears Brawlers, in contrary to their name, are going long range. So I'm kind of expecting Bears Brawlers to push out into the water. That's probably their best bet. 502 are taking their most sensible route. They're taking the cover route. Looks like Kurai is testing his weapons there. Nearly did some damage to his buddy Monsoon. Yeah, you fellas need to keep an eye on that. Meanwhile, over in the red corner, Melax and Khan are out in the water where they should be for a long-range engagement. This is the best place that they could be. I'm guessing their job is going to be to draw Bears Brawlers in across the water and do as much damage as they're able. Meanwhile, Bears Brawlers, it's a tricky one. They're going to have to approach on the open ground eventually. But if they keep pushing over to the left as we are seeing it now, .502 going way back. Not a bad idea. Neither team have seen each other yet. Seven minutes on the timer. Still plenty of time to go. Both teams kind of wandering around here trying to figure out where each other are. King Crab, I don't like it very much as a mech, but it does look awesome, doesn't it? With those hands open and the guns poking. Oh jeez. Yeah, it looks awesome. What a great mech. Meanwhile, over here, Bears Brawlers brawling the scenery at the moment. Neither team have spotted each other yet, it seems. No fire exchanged. Everyone's still on 100% apart from Metal Axe, who has probably run into a bit of scenery or maybe bumped off his teammate. The time is ticking down really quickly. We're down to 5 minutes and 40 seconds. Someone is going to have to make a move, otherwise it's going to be a draw. Both teams very determined, sticking to their plan. Actually, Bear's Brawl is shooting up into the sky now, trying to attract their opponent's attention. Setting a bait trap by the looks of it. Has 502 spotted it? I'm kind of guessing they are. I think they've seen it. They're not going to fall. Oh, okay. .502 taking the first shots of the match. No damage done. I think at least both teams know where each other are now. .502 are in a sticky situation though. They cannot afford to push that open ground. The King Crab on a push, on a brawl push, it needs cover on the way in. I think if it pushed across the open water there, it would die before it got anywhere near doing decent damage. So I feel like the advantage now is with 502. We're down to 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Someone's going to have to make a move here. Kura for Bears Brawlers has taken quite a bit of damage now. He's down to 88%. First strike of the match going down. Doesn't score any damage. Both teams well aware that they're down to 2 minutes 30 seconds. Something has to happen here. Monsoon is being focused. Both pilots for Bears Brawlers are now on 88%. Kura is taking significant damage, very much slower. He cannot skip across those open areas without taking damage. He's very much slower than his teammate. Monsoon attempting to make a flank here. Don't think this is going to work for him. He's left Kurai on his own. Kurai is now down to 59%. I feel like this is going in favour of 502. Here we go, finally the big battle. Kura is going to go down very quickly, 33%, 31.
25% of the enemies are eliminated. We're taking critical losses. We need you to pull through.
2v1 now, 502 definitely in the lead. Monsoon is dead.
Surface. Can anyone read?
Well played, 502nd. Good game, both teams. I mean, you really stuck to your strategy and you waited until the last minute and you had to push in at the end of the day. 502 took the win, so congratulations. So let's take a look at the stats. Metalac's doing a crazy amount of damage, 821 damage, 2 kills. And his teammate Khan doing a respectable 313. Meanwhile, on the other side, Monsoon 395 and Kura 130. A solid opening match, solid opening round. 2v2, both teams had a strategy and they stuck to it. This is looking good. Just a reminder, Bears Brawlers are in 6th place and 502 are in 8th place in their division. These are peer level opponents. I mean, both of them should be looking for the win over each other. They could climb a good few places in their division with a win. 502 in 8th, Bears Brawlers in 6th. 502, if they win this, they could move up a couple of places. Oh yeah! Alright, so the next map is Caustic Valley. Okay, you're gonna have to bear with me a moment while I do my caster duties. I need to change map, Caustic Valley. The 2v2 going firmly in 502nd's favour. Straight win there. 2 kills to nothing. Can they keep it up? They're up against Bears Brawlers, who are 2 places above them in this division. 2v2s are great, I really enjoy them, but how do they carry on for the rest of the match? No one knows. Five-minute timer is down for Team 1. Team 1 are 502 for this. 502 have chosen Team 1 for the first 5v5 drop of the evening. Here with us on MWO Leagues 3, Caustic Valley. Let's go and take a look at the map. I have pre-drawn this map because I'm solo casting and there are a lot of things to juggle, and I'm also very lazy and I'm slightly drunk. As you can see, my belief is that it's going to be a straight scrap. Both teams are going to be heading for Theta in the Caldera. This is a very hot map. Team 2 have disappeared. What's going on here? Let me check the ticket. There we go. Okay, technicality fixed. Mr. Bear is sorting his team out. Alright, back to the map. So, Team 1 is going to be 502nd. They're going to be pushing into Theta from the left-hand side. Team 2 is going to be 256, aka Bears Brawlers. They're going to be pushing in from the right onto Theta also, into the Caldera. It's a scrap over Theta. There isn't really a great deal to talk about here, apart from that it is a hot map. So I think I favour sustained firepower. So you can drop your burst fire. I don't think you need a lot of that. You need to be able to push those buttons and hold them down. Not have to worry about whether you're going to overheat or not. In the panic of the moment, if you've got a hot running mech on a hot running map, oh geez, you can destroy yourself and let your teammates down. Miss Lynx is really good on this. That kind of thing, machine gun builds. I have no idea what either of these teams are going to do though. Looks like Team 1, one of their players are having technical difficulties. Bit of a reboot going on. I'm just going to switch us over to the tourney results now. So you have something nice to look at while we're waiting for both teams to sort their shenanigans out. Okay, Team 2 are locked. I think Team 1 are locked as well, so we're just going to launch straight into it now. There's the map one final time. Just checking my settings here, first person only, yeah, blah blah blah. And we're going. We're going to do it. Let's do it. The Theta fight on the hot map of Doom. This is a really spicy map. Anyone that overdoes their trigger finger here is in danger of shutting down. Even with overrides on, they can easily kill themselves. So, who are we looking at? 256 Bears Brawlers. Orion Heavy Peeps, yeah, he's a brawl. Yeah, Bears Brawlers are definitely brawling. I don't actually have time to look at all the different mechs because the engagement has already started. Bears Brawlers not wasting any time. They're all over the middle of the caldera in the very hottest part of the map. Oh geez, the scrap is happening. 502 have lost Crom already in his Jenna. 502 have now lost Metalax as well in the linebacker. That's a big loss. I feel like the domino effect is in place already. Definitely better focus firing from Bears Brawlers. Khan is now in deep doo-doo. Khan being focused by at least 2 mechs. Yeah, he's down. Can they pick up an extra win? Can 502 pull out an extra point for themselves? They should be able to. Mr. Bear and Dithalium, and I'm butchering these names, they're both in trouble, they could die. Miro goes down. Space Boy is on his own now. Come on, Mr. Space Boy, you can do it. One more kill. Yeah, he does it. He gets another kill. Space Boy is doing an excellent job of dancing around his opponents. If he can get Dith down, that's an extra point. He's been legged. Okay. Nice try, Space Boy. So, Bear Cavalry, Bears Brawlers 256 take the first 5v5 drop. Five kills for 2. Interesting. Let's take a look at the stats. Yeah, you can see there 502 took early losses. Metal Axe and Crom went down early on, didn't get the chance to do very much damage. Pretty even spread across the board for Bez Brawlers. Doing their brawly job, they pushed straight into the centre there and they didn't waste any time. I'm thinking better focus fire from Bez Brawlers there. Both teams well played though. I like it. It's good. So it's time to change maps and teams. The next map is going to be Viridian. Okay, big silences. There's a lot to juggle when you're casting. This is where it's really great to have a co-caster because they can talk about useless things when the caster has run out things to say. What can I do? We can look at the next map, Viridian Bog. Let's go over there. Viridian Bog pre-squiggled again. These are my predictions, I don't know, approaches. I think Mike Tyson said you can have as many plans as you want. I'm paraphrasing here. You can have as many plans as you want, but as soon as you're punched in the face, it all goes out the window. But there are arrows pointed, and there are various blobs which are good places to set up and defend and attack. And yeah, I'm just going to leave you to look at that for a bit. Team 1 is locked already. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard. I think that's accurate. Bears Brawlers in the lead, 10 points to 5. Both teams locked. Viridian Bog. And we are launching. Bears Brawlers, Roughneck, Jenna, Javelin, Nightgear. And is that a MAD? What is that? MAD? Marauder, MRM 40s, okay, fair enough. I'm thinking a mid-range deck from these fellas. So let's take a look at what 502 are bringing. Add a Warhammer, Grasshopper, Hellbringer. Definitely a longer range deck. Medium large pulse, Grasshopper, large laser. Yeah, this is medium range, okay. Actually both teams medium range, alright. Neither team is moving, what's going on? Apparently both teams are on hold for some reason, I'm not sure what's going on here. I was so busy trying to call out what people have brought that I have no idea what's happening, and people are talking about brownies for some reason. I'm not sure if they're making fun of me or each other, who knows. Mr. Bear is back. Okay, so looks like it was Mr. Bear's fault. Both teams fighting over Theta. so far I'm not seeing any use of the high ground from Bear's Brawlers. They're happy to just push into the low ground.
Point Beta is ours.
Both teams, it appears, are going for a straight scrap. Mr. Bear has jumped way up there. He's on the high ground in his javelin. That's actually a pretty good place to be. If he doesn't get focused, he can do some significant damage. There's just no screwing around from either of these teams. They're pushing right into each other. Bear's Brawlers have a UAV down, so they know exactly where their opponents are. The fight has kicked off. Khan goes down for 502 already. Metal Axe is now being focused very hard. Metal Axe is going to be the next victim. There he goes. Death has gone down for Bear's Brawlers. Their first loss of this round. But I feel like it's definitely in favour of Bear's Brawlers at the moment. Spaceboy goes down. Yep, there he goes. Now it's all up to Wolf. Can he score one kill? Come on, buddy. Come on.
We've gathered enough resources.
No, unfortunately he can't. So
Tactical benefits.
that's a solid victory for Bear's Brawlers over 502. GG both teams. Let's take a look at the damage. The match statistics. Kira up there, 508 damage. Mr. Bear, 303. Monsoon, 381. Solid damage spread across the board for Bear's Brawlers. Let's see, Khan went down early, so he didn't get the chance to do a lot of damage there. Well, it was a good match. If we take a look at the scoreboard now, this places Bear's Brawlers firmly in the lead. 502nd have some work to do. And our next map is going to be Rubelite. This is an interesting change from last round. We're on round 3, last week was round 2. Last week we played this map, round 2, and both teams are fighting over Theta. Round 3, a change. An interesting change, both teams are fighting over Epsilon. I have pre-drawn squiggles once again for your enjoyment. Overwatch positions for both teams. Direct routes. Will there be attempts at early cap on Epsilon? I think so. The team that gets in there and gets the early cap can force their opponents onto them. They can set up a kill box. That seems like a good plan. Will either team do it, or are they just going to push into each other and go crazy like they have done for the last two drops? This has been a brutal match. I mean, both teams have just gone straight in there. This is what we call dead time while I'm doing stuff and no one is helping me to talk, so I'm going to switch over to the comp tourney results. Have a look at that beautiful screen for a few minutes while these teams are sorting themselves out. Let's take a quick gander at the scoreboard. Bears Brawlers in the firm lead now in this match so far. 20 points to 6. 502nd Panzer Regiment have to pull this next drop out of the bag. Can they do it? Let's hope so. Bears Brawlers with the superior focus fire so far. But this is a super interesting map and it could go either way. Looks like both teams are locked now and ready to go, so we're just going to go straight into the match. Someone in Twitch... shit, fuck, I'm stumbling. Someone in Twitch chat has said, "Take it easy dude, you're doing fine." I think that's aimed at me, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm solo casting and I'm hungover and I'm on hair of the dog and I'm doing my best, so I hope it's not too bad.
Coming in. Capture and hold the resource points. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
502 Panzer. Mad Cat Mark II-B Dakar. Shadowhawk Rotary, interesting. Kintaro Brawl. Bloodasp Dakar. Vapor Eagle Brawl. A mixed deck between Brawl and mid-range Stacker. Not too bad. Bez Brawler's a Lamb Stalker, interesting. Looks like we've got another hold. This match is plagued by technical difficulties. Another Brawl mech. Huntsman, another Brawl. So it looks like Bear Cavalry are living up to their name. Bears Brawlers, and they're going Brawly Bear Brawlers. Fluffy, punchy people. Good on ya. So we have another hold agreed by both teams. I'm just trying to catch up with what's going on in the chat. This last round was where they were fighting over Theta, but not this time. This time, both teams are scrapping over Epsilon. This is a very, very different game. There's the cap. Obviously you can see it. Here is the primary real estate, the Overwatch ground. Doesn't have a fantastic view over Epsilon directly, but you can certainly get some work done from up here. Both teams are on the move again. Whoever dropped has come back, and we are game on. Go, go, go. Bears Brawlers blue, making a push for the early cap. Not a bad idea. .502 taking the time.
They've taken Epsilon.
Good overwatch here onto Epsilon. Obviously Bears Brawlers with the early cap, so they can set up a kill box. And it's now down to 5:02 to push in and retake the cap. They've got time at the moment. I don't know, do they? I mean, we wasted a minute or so with a disconnect. Both teams are down to 4 minutes and 40 seconds. No apparent rush for Bears brawlers. They can just sit back there and let the cap points tick in their favour. 502nd delaying back here. I think they're hoping for mistakes from their opponents. I don't see it happening though. 502nd are going to have to make a move. It looks like they are now. Metlak's taking some damage there from the Lermageddon. A lot of comp players make fun of Lerms, but they do have their place. They do, they do, they do. Bears Brawlers has a very good firing line. Metlak's taking more damage from the Lerms. He's got no answer to the Lerm damage, and he's taking more and more damage. Wolves is in trouble. He's gonna die if he's not careful. Here we go. The scrap is on, both teams pushing directly onto Epsilon. There is no mercy. Wolves goes down. Metlax is the second victim. 502nd are in trouble here. Blue is down to 29% now. He could go down. That's a point loss for Bears Brawlers. Oh geez, it's so hectic. I do not know who to look at. Death and Crom are in a scrap with each other to the death. I think the Kintaro is probably going to win this. Yep, he does. Epic back shot there. Well done, Crom. Who's left? It's just Crom on his own now. Can he get an extra kill? No, it doesn't look like it. He's shut down. He's got Death, Archangel in his back. And the Lerms are lerming. And yep, alright, he's dead. Well played, Bears Brawlers. They went in there straight away. They got the early cap on Epsilon. They backed off of it. They had a very good firing line set up. And then all they had to do was wait until 502 pushed into them. They had a pre-made kill box. That was well executed. I mean, it's solid effort both teams. There was no screwing around. Where they pushed in, they both pushed in. But Bears Brawlers with the better execution at the end of the day. Mr. Bear and the Stalker with the Lerms. 987 damage. Yeah, you can make fun of the Lerms, but they do the damage. Especially if you're in comp and you're not expecting them. Do not dismiss the Lerms. They can do a lot of damage. You have to remember that they are a valid weapon system in this game. On the other side, the Quintero Crom did a epic job. He was the VIP for 502. Good job, Crom. Both teams, solid push onto Epsi. Obviously, Bears Brawlers had the better execution, and yeah, well, GG both teams. So let's mosey on over to the scoreboard. While you fellas are looking at that, I need to do my lobby shenanigans. Solaris City Conquest is going to be our next map. Alright, Solaris City. This is a debut, I think, for this map for Trial of Combat Season 2. Both teams fighting over Epsilon. The squiggles are squiggled. Take a look, see what you think. There are buildings all over the place. Lots of verticality. Both teams are going to have to bring at least 3 assaults each. What kind of assaults will they be? Bears Brawlers so far have been brawling. I mean, why wouldn't they? And they've done well from it. And there is a lot of cover on the approach for brawling on this map, so I guess they might be well served by doing the same thing again. 256. You can fight mid-range on this. I mean, I wouldn't go sniping on it, there's no point in that, but you can fight mid-range. There are lots of avenues, lots of roads. I mean, you can just sit back here and shoot your medium-range Dakar all day long onto anyone that's trying to brawl you. And if you're accurate with your shots, you can destroy them before they get anywhere near you. This is another interesting map. Epsilon is a tough target. I feel like Team 1 is slightly closer, so they should have an early cap on Epsilon. And then it'll be up to Team 2 to take the target back. Maybe, I don't know. I really don't know. Anyway, both teams are locked. We're ready to go. Let's do it.
command coming in. Capture and hold the resource points. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
Second. Crom in the Kodiak. Space Boy in the Marauder. Khan in the Blood Asp. Roe in the Huntsman. Metal Axe in the Madcat Mark II-B. Hang on. Oh, alright. Bez Brawlers. Roughneck. Madcat, Assassin. Veggie Eagle and Cyclops. Both teams on the move.
We have gained Epsilon.
Bears Brawlers not wasting any time, they're straight onto Epsilon with the early cab. Their opponents are taking a mid-map push. This is unusual, I have not seen this before. Alex taking the first shots of the map. Blue taking some significant damage there. Crom underneath here. He's pushing on that corner. I don't think he realises what he's pushing into though. He manages to back off, but he's taken a ton of damage doing so. Oh, Crom, you need to be more careful when you're backing those corners. Crom goes down. Let's see what's going on over here. 502 are in trouble. They've lost a player. They've lost a pilot, a valuable pilot early on. Space Boy is trading with Monsoon. Space Boy is taking a lot of damage there. Monsoon is 2v2 trade between Matlax and Space Boy and Monsoon. Monsoon could die. He could die if he's not careful. He's backing off now. Meanwhile, over here, Death Archangel is down. Khan is down. Bears Brawlers have the lead here. 502 are in trouble. Monsoon is an extra point if 502 can kill him. Looks like they're not going to get the chance. Space Boy's in trouble now. Metal Axe is in deep trouble, 23%. Yeah, I can't see this going in favour of 502. Unlucky fellas. Actually, this is close. Kinda.
We've gathered enough resources. This triumph will provide us huge tactical benefits.
Alright. 502 took the loss, but they also took their pound of flesh on the way out. No complaints there. Great match, both teams. So we'll head on over and take a look at the stats for the penultimate drop. Bears Brawlers have pulled out a solid lead here, 40 points to 12. I think that's accurate. I hope it is. It could be wrong. But I think it's accurate. Anyway. We're on to the final map, which is going to be Grim Plexus. I played this map earlier with my team, and we tried to play a medium range drop deck, and our opponents brought a brawly drop deck, and they slaughtered us. So I think it's quite possible that Bears Brawlers could take another win here, but let us see what happens. Some time ago in Twitch chat, Phoenix Mercer insisted that I have another beer, so that's what I've done. Thank you, Phoenix. Take a quick look at the map here. Once again, a pretty straightforward scrap over Theta right in the middle of the map. But there are many different approaches, and there's some good high ground which are marked out there, which both teams can utilise effectively. So far we've seen a pattern from Bears Brawlers. They've been brawling, like they've been living up to the name, which is, who can blame them? And they seem to be doing very well with it. Can 502 pull out a win on this last drop? I love the underdog, let's hope they can. But good luck, both teams. Both teams are locked. We're ready to go. And we're launching.
Command coming in. Capture and hold the resource points. Stop any hostiles that get in your way.
Here we go, Arctic Wolf, SRMs, Flea, linebacker. Yeah, 502 going Brawly this time. And their opponents, Veg Eagle, Brawly, another Veg Eagle, Brawly. A Golden Boy, more Brawl. No, a Lerms, right. That is interesting. Bears Brawlers bringing Lerms. They do work. They do work. .502 making an early push. Wolf Dragons goes down straight away to the Lerms. And, well, combined damage from... oh, jeez. Bears Brawlers have got a great firing line up there on the high ground. And 502 are making an attempt to push into them, but they've lost a mech early already. Khan is down to 55%. He's kind of already out of the game. Cura in the Veggie Eagle is also very heavily damaged. So is Ro in the linebacker. Bears are really laying down the damage here. There's no mercy at all. 502 down to the last fella who is Space Boy. Space Boy, come on. Try and get at least one kill. Come on, you can do it. I believe in you. Space Boy in the Flea has got his work cut out for him. He's made out of paper, but he's very quick. He's a speed tank. I don't feel like he's got the firepower to score a kill here, but he's trying anyway. He's legged.
Theta is controlled by the enemy.
Well, unlucky 502, they made a straight push across the open ground towards Bears Brawlers, who are on the high ground, and it didn't work out for them. So if you're watching this and you're managing a team, or you've got suggestions to take back to your own team, that may be one to mention. But anyway, this was an enjoyable match to watch and cast. Thank you both teams. Thank you very much, it was cool. Take a look now at the stats. Khan and Wolf suffered quite badly there. They didn't manage to get very much done at all. That straight push across without any thought to the approach did not pay off. A fairly even damage spread from Bears Brawlers. Well done, Bears Brawlers. You took the high ground, you held it, you shot on the approach. I don't know, there it is. The stats do not lie. Let's take one final look at the scoreboard. Bears Brawlers coming out of this with a convincing victory if my stats are... if my scoreboardery is accurate, then 50 to 13 points. Well done, Bears Brawlers. 5-2nd. Both teams, good match. I enjoyed watching and casting it. So I'm not going to do the interviews today because I need to head off and get some sleep. But thank you both teams, good match. Thank you everyone who's watching, and yeah, good night. See you soon.